What's up, everybody? Here we go again. The chat is ferocious already. Off to a hot start, pressing that like button. I don't even have to ask, because you know what matters more than it should. Welcome back. Call to the Pen HQ with the big man. Follow me up on Twitter at John Laghezza on the Bird app. Any time of day, any day of the week. Tell me not. Right? Tell me not. When am I not in the streets handling my business? And again, that's where you notice where the wheat separated from the chaff. Call to the Pen. The restaurant where the chefs eat, okay? Like, I know I'm like Mr. Nice Guy a lot of times, Mr. kind of glasses, like chubby professor guy. Okay, I'm really not that nice always. Seriously, we appreciate you guys and girls out there supporting us as we do the thing that we do. Me and you, Call to the Pen crew, baby. Tyler C, Michael K, Stuart Durst, OPMG, everybody up in here, of course. Damani, Buongiorno, Tyler C, Far Sports. Brian Rose, everybody. What's going on? Chad Rink, first in here with like $1 million home run parlay. That's a tease. You got to go up in the comments. You got to subscribe if you want to see them. Yo, love it. What's up, everybody? I guess let's get it done. We're going to start with the evening games. This is a weird one. Then we'll back up. I actually have a nice daytime parlay where now I know we're getting to the 20 likes. I don't even feel like I want to ask before we get going. Make sure you're. Although I actually know people are checking out Taking a Swing with Joe Osborne on this channel. You know, of course, the people just love the short stuff. You know, of course, it's tripling us up. Joe is Mr. Popular. Maybe one day we'll get there. P.O. D-Gen Stoner up nice and early. Someone's ripped, roaring, ready to go. Operative verb ripped. Let's get it done. Enough of that. More of this. Fastest show in MLB. Absolutely anywhere. Advanced statistics, breaking it down. Theory, application. It's the whole nine, man. We're just doing it differently, right? I mean, we're so different at the very least, right? We've got that going. So again, it's like, I guess it's a full slate, but we're going to do the thing we do. We'll dive into the PM stuff. We'll have some fun. We'll break down all the nighttime games for the commuters, the people unlike myself who actually work for a living. And then we'll back it up. We'll blow through the early stuff. We'll get a nice daytime parlay. So let's do it. It's the Padres, wakey, eggs and Blakey. Blake Snell minus 115 favorites going to Miami to face Braxton Garrett. So funny, Braxton Garrett's number is still suffering. That, you know, I'll tell you, Blake Snell right now and the Padres are purely a name play. Blake Snell 5 ERA, 1.6 WHIP, 800 OPS. I mean, all the indicators through the roof, right? Expected ERA near 6, Sierra up near 5, PFIP above 5. Again, if you're interested in any of this nerdy stuff, you'd like to follow along on Twitter, pinned tweet, we'll take it to Sharpener. You can check it out for free as a Google Doc. If not, DM me. I really don't care anymore. I'm just more into helping people. And you can follow along with those stuff. I think, you know, this was like my old war room. And it's all chopped up, compartmentalized, you know, for us OCD, freaks out there, conditionally formatted. You can see the things that really pop off the page. Just get back into Blake Snell, what pops off the page. Right? The 10% walk is pretty bad. 44% ball rate. That's something I've added that I really love, and I think it's part of why the walk props are starting to come along. Got a couple of them also up on the my sheet already. 31 whiff, but 44 ball. It's just ridiculous, right? It's either a swing and miss or it's not in the zone. 53 first strike, doesn't get ahead. 28 O swing. He doesn't get the chases, right? He fails in the bully metric. That's one of our things. If you're new, welcome aboard. You know, again, we're doing it so differently. My bully metric now is first strike plus O swing. We're looking for it to be over 100, right? You get up. You get ahead, and you make them chase or garbage. That's the key to baseball, being ahead. It's all about the count. Blake Snell doesn't do any of that. What happens? He has to come into the zone and ends up getting crushed. 26 line drive, 42 hard hit, 12 barrel equals what? Yeah, you, the handsome fella in the back. Nearly 2 home runs per 9, 369 ex-WOBA, almost 440 expected on contact. Ridiculous. Listen, we've seen the Cy Young upside, but it's gross. it's gross. 4.4 ERA in the road, 5.8 xFIP. He hasn't been any good. Other side, Braxton Garrett, who, I tend to really like, man. And he's one of those guys where without the nuance of the game log, you're probably going to fall short. Watch, check it out just really quick. 4.5 ERA, 1.4 WHIP, 8.06 OPS. However, right, there's a reason I like to put my favorite earned run indicators up. You want to see where they're at, if they're in agreement or not. xFIP, K- walk ERA, Sierra, all right around 4 or below. Expected ERA above. Remember, that's a contact metric. 22K is a bit low, but the 5% walk we love. 17K minus BB is fine. 12 swing and strike. 32 ball. Think about that. 32.5% ball. That's excellent. It's actually 30.5. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong. It is 32.5. 30 CSW. Sorry. Just all the hitting the check marks. PO, I got you, man. We're highlighting players. Anybody that comes up as a player prop here marks off as a jock market play. But also when we mention handed splits, you know what to do. Back up on those. Hit those back end guys. If anybody's wondering, you can hit us up and we'll point you towards jock market and get you started. They're not sponsoring it, but they should. Dave, where are you, dude? Anyway. Braxton Garrett, the disciplinary basket, very strong. Right, so 32 ball, 30 CSW, 67 first strike, 34 O swing. There's that 100 we're looking for in the bully metric. Again, I wanted to bring up the game log, so I was doing a little bit of rambling. It's excellent. It's excellent. It's excellent. He just has one game against Atlanta. He gave up 11 runs. Now, granted, 11 runs is pretty ridiculous. 20 likes already. Oh, my goodness, we're 6 minutes in. This is ridiculous. Thank you all so much. I'm telling you, we're not big, right? But we're freaking ferocious, yo. Like the mighty honey badger, right? So, like we're weird, right? I guess that's cool. That's what we're all about. I'm always like, you're going to get some laughs if you're going to work this hard. Listen, like I was saying in the beginning, I never stop working. You know who the fakes are, right? That's what we're about, spotting fakes. That's what we do. Right, in our game, in our analysis, in our life outside, we spot the fakes, we point them out, right, and we do the opposite. The people who lay their bet and then they go out and chill. I'm working all day, yo. Okay, all day, every day, because we want to be the best, right? You never stay the same. Jay Bird, here's our lesson for the day, right? You don't stay the same. You either get better or you get worse. And even though it might be slightly marginal, if you think that you remain the same every single day, you're dead wrong. Keep doing nothing every day. Look back, those marginal kind of, diminishing effect. It builds up. You look back and you'll notice, you're way worse than you were doing nothing, thinking you're moving laterally when you aren't. So get a little bit better every day. So when you look back, you go, holy hell. Look at me, Ma. Okay, so enough of that. I'm smart. Not like they say. So Braxton Garrett's really good, man. But Miami really should win this one. Offense the thing is, here's what we have to worry about, right? And again, some of the nuance and the context you get when you roll with us. Big energy, Tyler. See, it's always, bro. I'm starting to feel better, right? Oh my God, we should write this on the calendar. I'm booger free. I wish I would have led the show with that. I'm booger free. Eyes, ears, and nose. Like, oh my goodness, the trifecta, can you tell? I'm coming out the gym, baby. Anyway, San Diego, the disciplinary stats are starting to click up, right? 13.5 walk, 27 chase last 500. They're lifting the ball and starting to barrel it. The quality contact overall, not so good. Remember, barrel is of batted ball events, right? So you can have 100% barrel rate because you only hit the ball once and you barrel it at the end. 500 plate appearances. Keep that in mind. That's why we add the context to contact rates, right? That's why we talk about zone contact allowed before we go to the barrels. Again, nuance and context. Please rate, review, and subscribe to what I think is the best baseball show on the internet. If any of my friends are listening and you have a show, I'm sorry. I just think, whatever, I'm a certified maniac. Like, if we're not fringe lunatic around here. Miami, flip side, 289 batting average, 360 OBP, 800 OPS. Looking pretty good, actually. San Diego bullpen really doing the thing. Jay Bird, let's get our first play. Let's get the Miami F5 going, right? We're dogs here. As long as we're getting even money. Oh, man, people just going nuts right now. I love it, man. I love it. The comment section is just ferocious in this place. Wow, we cannot get even money? Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, so we got the even money on Miami F5 run line. Miami money line, sorry, F5. Let's not mess with the bullpens, and let's move it up. Hopefully everyone enjoyed that, right? When there's a little less games, you do a little bit more of the good stuff. I already kind of have my parlay picked out for before, so hopefully it won't be as mishmash as it was the other day. It kills me to do that. I carry that stuff with me more than I do losing bets. Let's go, Milwaukee Brewers and Julio Tehran Iran. Can you believe he's back and he looked good? What's going on in this world? The year of our Lord, 2023, man. What a ride. Alek Manoah, on the other hand, sucks. What? If I would have told you one of these guys had a 1.8 ERA, 1 whip, the other had a 5.5 ERA, 1.8 whip, yeah, guess who we'd be betting on? Anyway, we don't want to overreact to Tehran. He's probably going to get served up today. We don't want to overreact to those 5 innings at all. Toronto offense really starting to get going. Top 5 in batting average. 350 OBP, 800 OPS, more importantly, 19% K rate as a team. Single digit swing, you strike 87 zone contact, but it also comes with the quality. 25 line drive, leading to the 345 team WOBA. Also, excellent lefty righty split. Can't see the seam for Milwaukee. So heavily split. They are much better against righties, not great. But remember, you got to watch out Milwaukee against the lefties. They just fall. They bottom out. I wish we could back Manoah. But if we think they're both going to fall apart, I guess that one probably feels like an over. Again, one more thing I added, people always, I get a lot of requests for the sheet. And like the sheets become this thing, right? People take it and do their own work. And if you're unfamiliar, every single day, man, it was, like I said, it was my war room. So it's starting pitcher, advanced sheet, right? All the stats that you hear, splits, ranks, they matched up, nice, formatted. Implied team totals and the team stats we talk about, bullpen stats. But then I run the algo scores and compare it to the lines. And that's what I added today. OPMG looking at you, brother. So if you notice, I added the actual line next to the total score, making it a little bit easier for us. It's not like having to go back and forth. I know, you know what I mean? Sometimes the most intuitive thing, I need to add it, I didn't. So the algo actually has this one under. We'd have to be calling BS on it. The reason is the bullpens have been so strong. But man, that's a little bit of a tough pill to swallow for me. I think they were both going to get it. I kind of jacked up my offensive stats. Jake, do me one favor really quick. Let's do the bet stand promotion really quick. I have to try and clean something up or I'm going to fall flat on my face here. So make sure that you're following along and getting the best price available. Obviously, we shouldn't have to show you on too much of that because it matters, right? Imagine if you could save 5 or 10% on, every single purchase that you made. Obviously, you'd be saving a lot of money, right? That kind of goes to that lesson that I mentioned before. Just another second, my friends. I'm really hoping I fixed it. I had a little data glitch this morning with order and stuff. Okay, bring it back. I'm done. I had my face into the spreadsheet trying to do it, man. I really hope that did it there. Yeah, okay, I got it. I number the games if people know so I could read them in order. And if you didn't, I must have had yesterday's order. So, all right, we're back. I think. But yeah, so the bullpens are good. That's keeping it down. I guess I'll end up leaving this one. I don't want to mislead. But yeah, man, my gut was saying that we're going to get the over. I'm just not buying the Tehran. I'm not buying the Tehran. I'm having trouble digesting that one. Okay, we are fully back online. Sorry about that, Jay. Thanks for covering up for me. I guess that's what friends are for. Fire's over as well. Yeah, I don't blame you. Fire's super sharp dude out there. Yeah, you're welcome, man. When adding those little things save us a lot of time and really help us digest it. It's really helped me make better calls as far as totals, obviously having the lines. All right, let's get back into the game. Sorry about that hiccup, but now, like I said, we're back online. I'm going to leave that one alone. Man, Manoah, I just, oh gosh, you look at Manoah and I just keep squinting for what is that thing? And the reason I backed it up is because the home splits are really bad for Manoah. He's done his worst pitching at home. His walk rate's 17% at home. I think his walk prop is probably viable today too. It's a shame because I really like him. All right, next up. Reds on Reds. Red on red violence. It's the Dream Weaver. Luke Weaver, 155 dog to the Red Sox. Those Red Laundry from somewhere in the Northeast quadrant. 165 favorites with James Paxton on the bump. Kicking myself in the ass for not picking the Reds yesterday. God, I really got to be better about that, people. Especially with these heavy odds. I'm not hungry. I like betting lively. It's so stupid. I end up posting the under for my subs, and we hit. So I really wasn't totally upset. But I sweat, minus 110 to hit that we had a 150 easy or whatever. I know the Reds bullpen collapsed at the end. Anyway, Dream Weaver on the bump. 5.5 ERA, 1.4 whip, 865 OPS. The indicator is not necessarily buying it, though. They're notably better, like a full run and a half. That's not great. All the indicators are above 4. but they're at least a run better. Expected ERA 4.3, Sierra at 4 flat. 5% walk rate really low, 11 swing and strike, probably a bit better with the 29 CSW than the 22% K shows us. He's not inducing chases, but winning in the zone. He's kept the ball down, but there's been fly balls without inducing pop-ups, and the misses have been barrels. So that's been the mixed bag, right? Weaver's been good. But that's what a blow-up sheet looks like, right? The misses turn to barrels, they turn to home runs. Those are always scores that ends up hurting you. But, 5% walk rate you can get with 65 first strike. We like that. Again, the chase rate was really low, so the bully metric is not intact. But Weaver probably a little bit better than the market given him credit for at 155. Flip side, James Paxton, the old man, 5 ERA, 1.4 whip. Indicators, again, another big mixed bag here, right? XFIP, K-minus walk, and Sierra all below 3 3/4. Expected ERA and PFIP above 5.5. So again, that's why you've got to be careful using one of these. I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite. I like Alex Chamberlain's PFIP. Expected ERA, I just know is very contact. I think K-minus walk is super important. So I love that Fangraphs has that translation. 32% K for Paxton's really good, but the double-digit walk, which we're accustomed to. Go figure, 32% K on only 9% swing and strike. Don't know if that'll hold. Right? 51 first strike, 21 O swing, bully metric in the trash. 51 fly ball, double-digit barrel, 2.5 homer, 9. Sounds like Paxton is, about to get spanked, like regression coming, 51 hard hit. Believe it, it's actually been bad against lefties as well. Each 1,000 OPS, lefty on lefty. I generally don't go for that split. But you might want to look for a heavy red lefty. Let's take a look. I didn't get to this before. I was scrambling. But that's a tough one. I'm trying to think if there was nobody off the top of my head. Usually that's probably a pretty good sign. Like you normally want to be thinking, like yesterday it was, struggles to lefties and Royals. You start screaming Vinny P, and he ended up doing the job for us. Actually, Scott McLean's been excellent. Let's take a peek at the lineup. Yeah, McLean's batting second. Bring up that one. I may like that one, Jay Bird. Matt McLean. It's MCL. It's not 2 C's. I've gotten in trouble trying to spell it wrong. I'm very good at spelling player names. I'm always inputting them. So the Matt McLean player prop might be something that we're into. McLean, the youngster, has been very good. 18 PAs against lefties. 444 batting average. 1222 OPS. That's a 333 ISO, right? So it's 33% extra base hit rate. Loving every bit of that. 3 doubles and a shamalama ding dong. Yeah, nice odds in that. Plus 120. I like that. Right? We know the Paxton struggles. We know the Boston bullpen has been taxed. And we know the ballpark really plays up 2 extra base hits. So let's nail that Matt McLean. I really like that. Drop a Tensky. I want to just peek the algo really quick. Man, I'm surprised. I only have this one at 9. Book listed 7. But I have the Reds keeping it pretty close. So I want to get an eye on that Reds run line. Everybody I love to get paid for the run line. Now, that's more of a parlay play. Expect to find that in the parlay tonight, right, in the Daily Dime Bag. The Reds run line, I think, is sharp money today. Right? They showed you yesterday why you want to be careful playing for the pure win because they're terrible back. They're short of Alexis Diaz. And the Red Sox offense is very good. But, you got to be balls. You got to be brave to bet on these dogs. And again, Reds' offense has been really good. They're better at home than away. But, come on, 290, 16 BA, last 500 PAs. Starting to show you that they made moves bringing in players. 359 team WOBA. So, the Reds' offense is intact to go for that at least. Okay, next up. Fighting Phil's Aaron Nola. 115, minus 115 on the road. Against the Let's Go, Mets Go, Carrasco, minus 105. Slight favorites, right? So like the double favorite. I post this for subs, but I'll overlap here. Give me Philly to win it. Sometimes it's just... And I'll probably get this one smacked in my face, but sometimes to me, this is like easy game, right? This is the public has this one wrong. So Nola, the public has stopped looking at ERA. Nola, 4.6 ERA, 112 whip across 68 innings. Expected ERA below 4, PFIP below 4. 5% walk, 33 ball rate, right? We like the ball rate. That's funny. Again, I know, some of the stuff you get here that you don't get everywhere else. Really important, I'm telling you. Check the sheet. Check for yourself. If you're doing props, walk props, strikeout props. Check that ball, Ray. I'm telling you. It is super effective. It is. I obviously don't mislead. Super effective. 33% ball, 30 CSW. All the stuff we like. 62 first strike, 33 O swing, just short of the bully, but right there. Arenado is a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He's had a couple balls go for home runs. 13.5% home run fly ball rate, couldn't regress back down. I don't know. He's good. That offense has gotten it going. But they are ground ball machines right now, and they don't run. Two of the really critical things in offense right now. 47% ground ball. They don't pull, 37 pull. There is some red. I'm not trying to hide it. If you're looking at the sheet, the Mets have some bright red, right? They're not swinging and missing. They are making a lot of contact. But that's okay. Noah's very good around the edges. Like, we want that, right? The Mets are making contact, but they're putting it in the ground. Noah will allow contact, but he puts it on the ground. So that's fine. I think we're okay with that. Phillies offense getting the fly balls going, getting the barrel rate going, and they're starting to walk. I wonder if that offense is going to start going. They're probably going to go as Trey Turner goes. Other side, Cookie Carrasco, 6.7 ERA, 1.4 whip. I mean, all the indicators about 5 or 5.5, 13K to 11 walk. Not going to do it, 41% ball race. Throwing a ball on 41% of his pitches are balls. Totally unsustainable. 22 whiff, 56 first strike with the 90 zone contact, right? That makes sense. Because he's throwing balls, he's missing. He's falling behind, having to come into the zone. He doesn't win in the zone anymore. I think that Carrasco, those days are probably behind us. What do you get? 1.8 homer 9, 355 x WOBA. Now, he's been really rough on lefties so far this year. Opposite to righties. I think we're going to have to get some love here. I didn't get to any player props. That's why I'm struggling. I'm juggling. Juggle the struggle. I'm on the juggle bus. Looking at me, maybe an impactful righty. But this one's a righty on righty. Which is funny. I had this conversation with Salfino, who was saying there's no such thing as righty on righty. But righty on righty means they try and jam inside. So it's more of a function of who can get their wrists in. So, I think I would disagree with that. But anyway, you know me. I always have a story. I always got a story to tell. Man, Philly's really struggling right on right. I got absolutely nothing. I got just absolutely nothing. So I'm going to have to dig into the more granular stuff, maybe get to it later on. I usually come up with something. I got nothing. It's probably Castellanos, but even he struggled. But at least he's getting it going. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Check the sheet, 25 cents a day. Actually, you know what? We're moving into the season. It might be like 26 cents a day. Ouch. Ouch. Inflation, Although, to be honest, if you even knew what was going on with me behind the scenes, we're really trying. We just keep falling on our face. Not like the scene's going already. It sucks, man. But I want to get behind the paywall because we're going to drop the price. I wanted to keep the 25 cents a day thing going. But again, you could just use it for free. I mean, I've had probably the best thing is a small tangent, but it makes me feel good. The people that, maybe struggling with cash, use the work, play responsibly, make the money to subscribe, and then actually do. It's like, those are the absolute best. All right, so I think that we're going to win this one. I don't think this one's in the stats. I think this one's in the price. Again, Philly bullpen's been okay also, so hopefully we don't cough it up. 3.6 ERA, 6% barrel list, 49 innings. Mets have been very bad. 5.9 ERA, 1.5 whip, 11% walk, 10% barrel, 2.5 homer 9. That's the Mets bullpen list, 36 2/3. Yeah, Chad's on the Trey Turner bus, man. It's going to come. Once he starts hitting, you could probably bet that total base thing every day for like 45 days, and because the pricing will help you out, you'll probably make money on the blind. Like once that rising tide goes, he should go absolutely bananas. All right, let's move it up. It's a Twinkies and Louis Varland plus 160 dogs. Wow, and he's good. On the road, Hunter Brown, Detective Brown, really good. Dr. Brown minus 175 in Strohs. Varland 4.2 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, but the indicators looking pretty good. They like him a lot. The Sierra below 4 always going to get my attention. Expected ERA up about 5, so I guess there's contact there. I didn't even really know that. Yeah, 13 barrel will explain the expected ERA, 2 homer 9, but it's only been 34 innings for Varland. 24K to 5 walk, the 19K minus speed we love, 12 swing to strike, 31% ball, all the stuff that we like. 66 first strike, 33 O swing, right in the doorstep of being a bully, 99. So Varland is the kind of guy I'd like to back, but man, we talked about the Houston offense. And now we're starting to see it kind of manifest, right? So that was the gold star on our nose. I don't know if I really cashed on Houston much, but I definitely avoided getting beaten up by them. Houston now, top 3 in homers, last 500 PAs, 334 OBP, flat 800 OPS as his team, 10% swing strike, 86 zone contact, but it's being paired with the 42 fly ball, 46 pull, 44 hard hit is the 345 team WOBA. They've been especially good against lefties. Keep an eye on that when that pops. Varland is not, but just keep an eye on it. So as much as I like Varland and I really like the price, that one's, I don't know, feels a little fugazi. Why? Because I'm worried about the Twins. Offense really struggling, 230 batting average, 32% K rate, dead last 500 PAs, 13 swinging strikes, 79 zone contact. Please bring up Please bring up the Hunter Brown K props. I normally like to have these things in my head. It's probably not 5.5. It's probably 6.5. Oh, 7. I'll tell you, I can't bet K props. I'm too cheap. Man, the lines I set in my head are never on the board. Whereas F5 team totals, we get the 1.5 we're looking for. And when it comes to walks, we get the 1.5 we're looking for. Nice, low bar. I am Mr. Low expectations. So I can't go for 8 strikeouts. And he might get it. I just can't. I just don't see it. Hunter Brown, flip side, been excellent. 3.12 ERA, 1-2 whip, 665 OPS. Indicators in line. 28 K, 7 walk rate. Anytime we get that plus 20 K on his BB, we love. 30 CSW, check. 28 whiff, 54 ground ball, check. Half a homer 9, check. He's really good. He's had some struggles batting average-wise against righties, but it's not for power. Twins who have some righties, maybe we BABIP him to death. I think that's the hope. So I would probably say the sharp money is probably there. Man, I don't know if I have the guts. I don't have F5. Oh, I do have F5. I was thinking about the Twins F5 run line. Ooh. I don't know if I want to go up against Hunter Brown. But again, I would probably hit, and these are the big bets I lose on being a coward. Where I was going to go with sharp money is probably Minnesota plus half run F5 for even money. You know, hoping for, again, 2-2-2-1. Right? It's a race to 50 now. So again, I think we get into our heads too often, right? That's why most people lose betting baseball, because everything's favorite, right? If you're like using your common sense, everything's favorite. Right? The Yankees should win. The Dodgers are going to win. The Astros are going to win. And that's just not how it works, right? Especially in these like F5 games. So if you think you have any kind of pitching edge and your offense is good, maybe again, we'd have to have righties get some base hits and get it 2-1 or even 3-2. Hard to think you're going to hold the Astros below 2. And that's when I get to one that maybe we should be in the over. You see how I avoid, again, I hope I didn't take you on a long kind of tangent for absolutely nothing. Not to think that I wasted your time. No, Houston doesn't KJ. But just to give an idea how you get there. You know, you go into these things wanting to bet, having done the analysis, seeing some strong clues for edge. But then someone's just having to pull the plug. So, all right, let's move it on. That was enough of that. Okay, in the ultimate over or nothing bet, it's Dinelson Lamet from the Rockies going to Arizona, and great American Patriot Thomas Henry. I don't know what happened to Lamet, man. Rockies are plus 145 dogs. The Diamondbacks minus 160. I wouldn't pay that juice to get with Henry. Again, the answer here would have to be on the over, which I actually have a ring on, which is very strange. So this one's listed at 010. Show me the full board, Jay. This might be unusual for me, but if it's 010 standard VIG, I'll go 010 standard VIG. Yeah, okay, we can do that. Ooh, even better. 09. Oh, we want that for sure. Wait, I was on the wrong side of this today. Ooh, I didn't post it, so I don't have to eat the wrong missing CLV, but I will admit, I take my L's. Yeah, let's go. We're going to go over 9.5. I was getting ready to go over the 10. Standard VIG, so we definitely want 9.5. This one's not going to 9. No way. You know, Lamet has had struggles, but regardless, you're not going to get a lot from him. Yes, he has a 12.5 ERA, but that's not even it. It's the Rockies bullpen sucks. There's nobody behind him. Rockies bullpen lasts 53 2/3, 6 ERA, 5 Sierra, 1.6 WHIP, 90 zone contact, 8 barrel, 1.5 homer 9. They're not any good. So even if Lamet gets out with his ass attached after 2 innings, they're in trouble. You know, we love the Arizona offense. The disciplinary basket was started to click up, and then we saw the production. I think it's starting to get there, although they kind of hit another hiccup, right? So sometimes we got the alert we were going to pick up, and they gave us a little bit, and it's starting to flatten out a bit, just to give an idea. But the disciplinary metrics still intact. 20% K, 9% swing strike, 29 chase, 88 zone contact. Disciplinary basket very strong for Arizona. Not enough fly balls. The hard hit rate at 41 is not bad. A bit better than average. Barrel rate is a bit low. A lot better against righties than lefties. So maybe the answer is to that. Again, I think Arizona wins it. I would not pay the juice because, Henry's had his struggles as well. 4.5 ERA, 1.5 WHIP. XFIP at 6. Sierra up near 6. 3% came on his BB. I just don't want to back that. 23 CSW, 57 first strike. That's just not what we're into, right? That's not our stuff. 48 fly ball, 9 barrel, 1.6 homer 9. So Tommy Henry, you can kind of have that, right? This one is over or nothing at all. And I think that's it. Let's move it on. Yeah, again, Algo is at 10.25. So I really feel strong about the 9.5 on the board. In particular, the Algo is never going to go to 25, right? So I'm going to say today's be 14-12. It doesn't do that. So to get a 10 is a very strong total signal. So let's go with that. Last up, my New York Yankees and Clark Bar, Mr. Schmidt. Holy Schmidt. Plus 125 dogs in Seattle against the Pickle, George Kirby. Minus 135, and the man who refuses to walk anyone. Now, I think the donkey money is actually on the Mariners. I know, don't throw stuff at me as a Yankees fan. Mike K also puts Arizona team total back on 5.5 plus 105. Yeah, sharp. Boop. Sharp. I may post that one, Mikey. I will hat tip you if I do. That's super sharp. Okay, so let's look at Schmidt, and I think why there's the dumb money. 5.6 ERA, 1.6 WHIP, 870 OPS. I know it's enough to make you barf. However, XFIP and Sierra below 4. Stuff plus in the fastball at 109. Full standard deviation better than average. 34.5 ball. 64 first strike. 34 O swing. Just short of the bully, but right there. 44 ground ball. 330 X-Woba. These are not bad. And again, we've seen him kind of correct course. The problem with Schmidt has been the struggles against lefties. I'm not even sure if, excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah, I jinxed it. I said booger free, right? Well, that was more like allergies. It's just always something around here. I don't know. Do you want to get with Crawford or Kelnick? Kelnick's kind of been in the tank lately, and that's my boy. I can't believe when I thought of lefties, I didn't think of Kelnick. But Jared Kelnick has a 566 OPS his last 20 ABs. The answer is probably J.P. Crawford. What's that one look like, Jay? That's a bit ballsy. It would have to be a plus 140. But again, if he's leading off, I could see getting there, right? You could see that. Because he's been leading off. The Mariners trying to get something going on. Offense hasn't really worked. Forest Sports on Kelnick and Raleigh, of course, because you're sharp as hell. So everybody, Clark Schmidt, we just quantified for you. Sorry, I skipped over it. Schmidt against lefties, 354 batting average, 1041 OPS, 10 walk, 2 homer 9. Kirby's been awesome, 3.4 ERA, 110 WHIP, 684 OPS. Yankees did just get to Gilbert. I don't know if they're going to do it again. 2% walk rate, 29% ball rate. He's phenomenal in the zone. 70 first strike, 35 O swing, a 105 bully metric with the 90 zone contact. I mean, he's such a unicorn. 5% barrel, 276 X-Woba. Very hard to go up against Kirby. Even if I like the Yankee offense, they've gotten it going a bit. Top 3 homers, 761 OPS, 87 zone contact because the fly balls are there, the barrels are there. For the 108 WRC plus. Yankees also doing very well with the lefty-righty X-Woba split, all the stuff you get on the sheet. Again, you got to be careful. People looking for matchups, and just like, ERA and the indicators, so does Woba and X-Woba go, and we kind of know that. But it can be hard to find that stuff. So, that's what I'm here, hopefully, to do some of the work that you don't have to. All right, that'll do it for the big slate. Let's back it up and get a parlay going for all my people. Yeah, Tyler C says allergies are crazy this year. Capital C. Dude, if I took a picture of, see, I'm from Brooklyn and people imagine concrete jungle, which it is. But I just happen to be in one of the small enclaves where I don't have neighbors. I'm across the street from a creek. Right, so I actually have like a sunrise and like stuff. But, right, creeks is weeds and trees and grass for miles and miles. And, it blows and it gets on the filter. Like the screens of my windows, you could just see it and it just blows us up like. Damani S says on the Algo score sheet, Blue generally just means low. Thank you for asking. I guess I should have put that. Blue is just low. Red is just high. I was trying to emulate baseball savant, right? Where we see, and again, it's not right. I'm copying savant. When you put savant on and everything is red, it's up top, it's high, right? It's good. And so I flipped them also, right? So I shouldn't have just said low, high. It's good or bad, even, right? So walk rate, a high walk rate is going to be blue, even though the number is high, right? A low walk rate will be red. Kirby's walk rate will be red. Okay, so great question. Thank you, Jay, for hitting it out there. And thank you, Damani, for checking out the sheet, man. I'm telling you, it's worth the work, yo. It really is. It really is worth the work. Check it out, digest it, use it against your own stuff. I'm telling you, don't tail me. Tail some of my stuff, the stuff you like the most, then build off. That's how you're going to get there. Always. Appreciate you, yo. All right, let's do a parlay really quick. Okay, I actually took a look. At this before. Of course, I thought I marked it, and I didn't. Okay, so we can work it backwards. First one. Patrick Corbin in the Nationals against who once was a superhero in Thor and the Trolley Dodgers. Give me the Nats and the run line plus 1.5. It's at even money. So we love that anytime we can get it. Corbin's actually been like half sneaky good as well. Syndergaard has been pretty terrible. So I know we have to go up against the Dodger offense, but such is life in the big city. Maybe we'll steal one. I mean, Oakland beat them, right? So these things happen. Did I say that? Did I get that right? Whatever. It happens. Schmidt happens. So, Jay, mark it up. Washington full game run line plus 1.5. Next one, Pittsburgh Pirates and Mitch Keller. Again, I think we have the edge here against the Giants and Alex Wood. They're really charging us for the run line, so I think we have to go for the win on this one. Love that play from Stuart D in agreement, Fire Sports. He's got Luis Garcia stolen bases plus 700. You could probably get him like C.J. Abrams and put a sprinkle on both. My man, Player Props Savant was mentioned that earlier on today with Stu, who will be in the chair Friday, Monotone Football. Yeah, baby. Friday show is off the hook, yo. So we got Washington run line, even money. Pittsburgh money line, right near even money. All right, I think I got Atlanta and Oakland to the over, right? Schuster up against Caprillion. I think if you ever think Oakland is going to score, you kind of go with the over, right? Because they're going to cough it up. So let's make that the third leg. Oakland, Atlanta. That one I got a plus money also. Over 9.5. Though, Jay, if you could find this with juice at 9, you should. I don't see anything up on the screen, so I'm hoping that you're following me along here. Right, so sometimes when we see, so let's take the over 9. People, that's just a piece of advice. Right, one of the times that juice is worth it, when the books for some reason will only charge over under runs at 20 cents, it's worth it. So pay the 20 cents, go over 9. Okay, so let's make that. The one I'm looking at, I've got 9.5. I'm going to end up eating it, and whatever. If that's the reason I lose and we all win, I could care less. And then last one, man, I had one more marked. Oh, baby. I don't know. I'm going up a little empty here. I wonder if you just go with the 3-bagger and go with it. Because then listen, we can walk through it really quick. We have a couple minutes. Actually, we have like a minute. Yeah, I've got Texas squeaking it by. I don't know if I want to pay the juice. I've got Chicago. Is the White Sox? The White Sox are a favorite. And the Berea, maybe the Berea game. How about Cleveland? Yeah, I'm kind of twisted here. This kind of happens when we're trying to kind of force plays. It's probably Bieber and the win for Baltimore. So let's make that the fourth leg, Jay. Give me Cleveland on the last one. I didn't notice it was Austin Voth. I didn't have that one up before I got twisted because it wasn't posted. So let's make that the last one. I like these money lines because it really gives you, you can't get asked out of money line, right? It's always technically live. So it's Cleveland to win, Pittsburgh to win, Washington full run cover, and over 9.5. My odds are going to be a little bit different than your people, but I got a little coffee money on this one. I already went live. So we're at plus 1250 on the parlay. I don't think we're going to get to the wrap on the regular plays, but it's okay. Tag us. We'll post it. But you check out the app, man. It's a good excuse to get used to look at the app. We have, all right, Jay. Miami, F5, Philly to win, money line, Matt McLean, over his total base prop, Colorado and Arizona, over the full game total. All right, that wasn't too bad. That'll do it, everybody, this time. This time I mean it. From the big man, with the big mouth, from the big apple, we really do appreciate you. I mean, you guys are fierce, straight up ferocity in the comment section. Because again, it's a restaurant where the chefs eat. You want to go where everyone knows your name. When you want to go when you're going to feel comfortable being a degenerate in the best way possible, right? Because we are the best kind of degenerates. We're the hardest working, responsible, risk-managing degenerates, right? We're degenerative in our work ethic. We're degenerative in our passion for the work. We're not degenerative in losing, right? It's not what we do. We're not depositors. We're withdrawers. Okay, so appreciate you all, Fire Sports, hanging out to the very end, of course. Stuart D, D-Rock, Damani. Love you guys, man. Means the world. Tyler C, everybody. Brian Rose, all you guys. Rate, review, and subscribe to the audio-only pod. Please press the like button. It matters so much more than it should. If it gets canceled, you'd be like, where's that great free show? Oh, my goodness, I didn't press a cartoon finger. How stupid does that sound? So that'll do it. Enjoy the games. Enjoy your day. When we're done with the book, enjoy that pay. Remember, when you work this hard, there's a lot less like luck. We'll be back tomorrow. Friday, big guest, Monotone Football, baby. Peace.